warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we'll go with the second part of market structure. Okay, so the video previously I explained about the characteristic of the four market structure. Okay, and I already simplify the characteristic. Hopefully you have watched this video and have some sort of knowledge on this. Okay, this is very important for the AC part because the question will ask about the market structures characteristic. So before that, kita tengok dulu contoh soalan yang biasa ditanya. Okay, for the characteristic, normally dia bahagian AC. Okay, and this is the types of question being asked. Alright, so this is AC question. Okay, this one is the old question. Okay, explain briefly two characteristics of monopolistic competition market structure and oligopoly market. So there are two characteristics of each. So you know here, for monopolistic, in terms of the number of firms, they have 4 to 9 firms with moderate size firm. And to start up the business, we need moderate amount of capital. So you choose which one to explain. We have 5 characteristics here. Same goes for oligopoly. Choose 2 out of this. Okay, this one is not yet. What is meant by mutual interdependence? I already explained this when I explained about oligopoly. Mutual interdependence between oligopoly means that they depends on each other unwillingly on the price of their product and also the way they advertise their product and so on. So kita tak rela terdependent antara satu sama lain. Kalau you tak boleh make sense apa yang I'm trying to say here, tengok balik our teaching video yang the first part of market structure when I explain about the characteristic. And you can see here few more that explain briefly two characteristics of perfect competition. So choose lah. Explain 4 characteristics of perfect competitive market. Okay, and ada banyak lagi lah pasal soalan berkenaan the characteristic. So itu soalan glamour lah. Normally they ask about the characteristic. Discuss 5 main characteristic of monopolistic competition. So the mistake yang selalu student buat, soalan nak monopolistic tapi dia bagi karakteristik monopolis. So monopoly and monopolistic is 2 different things. Kalau disebut monopolis, itu adalah monopoli. Kalau disebut monopolistic, itu baru monopolistic competition. Okay, and then for ECO162 is also the same because I'm doing the teaching video for both of the course. Okay, you are chapter 7 also. No, chapter 6. As you can see here, the characteristic will be asked on the essay question. Discuss 3 characteristics that will differentiate a perfect competition market with a monopoly market. So macam ni dia suruh compare. So what should you do is you buat garis, garis perfect competition belah sini, monopoly sebelah sini, and you compare lah in terms of number of firm. Kalau perfect competition, they have more than 10 small size firms, but for monopoly, only 1 large firm. So you need to explain like that, compare in terms of the number of firms, in terms of the types of product that they produce, in terms of the elasticity of demand of their product. Okay, that says okay, you see here. Question 7, discuss any 4 characteristics of perfectly competitive firm. Explain the 4 main characteristics of perfect competition. Perfectly competitive firm, perfect competition is the same things. Okay, so that's why I put this under the same question. Same like this one, cuma cara tanya dia tu berbeza. The characteristic of perfectly competitive industry imply that a firm is a price taker. So you cannot explain about the price taker. So here, in terms of control over price, perfect competition is price taker. So you cannot explain about this because they want to ask, explain another 4 characteristics of this market structure. Okay, so another 4 will be in terms of the number of firms, how many of them, types of product they produce, condition of entry and exit towards the industry, and the price elasticity of demand of the market structure. Okay, so that's it lah. Soalannya dia boleh tanya, biasanya direct je. They will mention about explain characteristic of those market structure and chosen lah. Okay, this is also means characteristic. For example, question 9, explain 4 main features of monopoly market. So jangan tertukar monopoly or monopolistic. 4 main features mean that you need to explain the characteristic of monopoly. Okay, same here. 4 characteristic of oligopoly. Biasanya for 10 marks it's 4 lah. Jadi akan tanya. Okay, so let's go with the next part. After the characteristic, we have the concept of revenue. Okay, so here kita akan ada konsep of total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Macam pernah dengar kan? Kita belajar dulu. When you learn about production and cost, you have the concept of total cost, total product, average cost, average product, and for marginal you have marginal cost and marginal product. Okay, so here I have this. Okay, production cost and revenue formula. So when you learn about production, you have the concept of TP, total product, average product, and also marginal product. And when you learn about cost, you have the concept of total cost, average cost, marginal cost. Of course, we have a few more, which is average fixed cost, average variable cost. And total cost has total fixed cost and total variable cost. Tapi this is the main concept yang you need to know for chapter market structure ni. Kita akan apply balik production and cost inside this particular chapter. Okay, so tak boleh tinggalkan. Sebab tu your test nanti bila ada je soalan pasal market structure, you need to study about the production and cost also, because the calculation is still applied in the chapter for market structure. And here we will learn about revenue. Okay, normally when I ask the student what is revenue, student akan kata profit. It is very wrong. Revenue is not profit. Revenue adalah hasil. Kalau nak kata profit tu untung bersih, revenue is untung kasar. So this is the revenue you got before you minus the cost. Ini hasil jualan sebelum awak tolak kos jualan. Nak tahu profit, hasil jualan mesti tolak dengan cost. Total revenue must minus with total cost, then you will have profit. So here we are looking about the revenue. Okay, revenue of selling goods. That's why we must look at the quantity. Only one thing is that kita look at the labor, which is production, because production processing is being done by the labor. Okay, while if we want to look about cost of a product, So it's also about quantity, it's not about labor. Kalau like I told you before, if you put labor here, meaning that cost of producing labor, we are not producing labor, kita tak menghasilkan orang, kita menghasilkan barang. Okay, so same here, it is the revenue hasil jualan barang, bukan labor, bukan orang, kita tak jual orang. Okay, so the concept of total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. To get total revenue, hasil jualan, as simple as the price of the product times the quantity being sold. For example, saya jual buah oren sebiji 50 sen. Okay, so how can I calculate the my total revenue for my sale for that day? I know the price of my product, I just need to know how much is the quantity of my product being sold. For example, oren saya terjual sebanyak 10 biji hari tu. So sebiji oren harga dia 50 sen. So if you want to find total revenue, it's as simple as price times quantity. Harga barang tersebut iaitu 50 sen, darablah kuantiti yang terjual, which is 10. Okay, so I got 5 ringgit that day. Right. And for the concept of average revenue, you tak perlu risau macam banyaknya formula nak kena hafal. Tak, fahamkan maksud dia. Average means purata. How to find purata is basically total. Kalau ini, the average cost is total cost over Q. Average revenue is total revenue over Q, bahagi dengan quantity. So kita akan dapat purata. Purata hasil untuk setiap barang yang terjual. Okay, so ini purata cost untuk setiap barang yang dihasilkan. But for labor here, okay, purata penghasilan setiap labor. Sebab tu dia TP over L. Yang ni je yang kena bahagi dengan labor, darab dengan L juga. Yang lain semua quantity. Cost and revenue is about quantity. Okay, and then with this formula, if you manipulate this, tinggalkan TR kat sini, Q bahagi ni kita bawa ke sini. Bila bahagi bawa ke sini, kita didarab. So TR is equals to AR times Q. Sebab tu saya kata formula TR dia boleh jadi yang ni juga. Meaning that TR ada dua cara nak cari dia, is either AR times Q ataupun P times Q. Tapi actually, if you times something yang sama, mestilah nilai P dan nilai AR ni sebenarnya the same. So dia bukan ada dua formula, cumanya the value of P and AR is the same. Average revenue and the value of price, P is price, is the same. While for marginal revenue, kalau you ingat lagi, formula kita belajar pasal marginal product and marginal cost, formula dia the same formula as the average, cumanya kita letak segitiga tu yang kita panggil changes, perubahan. Perubahan total revenue bahagi perubahan quantity. So nak cari perubahan macam mana? Bawah tolak atas, bawah tolak atas. Okay, alright. So here, total product dia tak ada formula lain. Tapi kita belajar masa course hari tu, because we manipulate this one, we come out with this formula, isn't it? This is for total cost. But total cost ada satu lagi cara cari dia, iaitu total fixed cost plus total variable cost. So which formula to be used? Because this is the two different formula, depends on the information that have in the question. So kalau soalan tu banyak bagi information pasal total fixed cost dan total variable cost, you cari TC menggunakan hasil tambah berdua ni lah. But kalau formula soalan yang you dapat tu tak ada information pasal total fixed cost, total variable cost, the formula you should use is AC times Q. Tapi for yang this one, kita tak kata dia ada two different formula. It's just that the value of AR and the value of P is the same. P means AR. Average revenue is P. And to find the formula for marginal revenue is the same like average revenue. Cumanya kita letak segitiga, which is the changes in total revenue divided by the changes in quantity. Okay. So what does it mean here? Total revenue is an income received by producer through selling goods and services in the market. So it's not profit, it's hasil, income, hasil jualan. So TR is equals to P times Q or AR times Q, because P and AR is the same. Okay, well, the formula for average revenue is the amount of income per unit received by a producer after selling of product in the market. So kita nak tengok secara purata, on average each product yang dia sold tu berapakah income atau revenue dia dapat. And last one, marginal revenue means it is an additional unit of income received by a producer after selling additional units of product. Okay, so the formula will be MR equals to changes in TR divided by changes in Q. Okay, so now kita nak buat analysis of revenue. We will split the market structure into two categories: perfect market and imperfect market.